Hello, Mr. McFarland. This is Travis Miller with Last Dragon Digital Marketing. The point of this video, one, is to give you some tips and tricks to increase your online revenue, your traffic, your leads, and increase your business. And two is to compare your website to a local competitor's website and see if those tips and tricks could outrank them, just to get in front of the eyes of more consumers on Google. Because you have a nice laid out website already, you can do a few things just to dominate the market, the Carrollton area, Plano area, and just dominate that full market with the plumbing services. So I'll show you that. I'll talk about three things: content, backlinks, and citations. So whatever I talk about, you definitely use on your own with your website. But if you want to talk about that or anything further, please feel free to reach out. My door is always open. But either way, if you leave me a few lines of feedback on this video, that just helps me getting better at making these for local businesses. So first off, content. So in content, you need anywhere between 1,500 to 2,000 keywords or words, depending on the number of keywords needed. So a keyword is anything someone might type into Google looking for a particular service or product. So if your content, you could place that throughout your website to tell Google exactly what terms you want your website to be found for. As I said, you got a nice laid out website. You got a lot of links here, a lot of service areas. But I would just focus on using some more words in there, keywords in there to help you outrank your competitors, and I'll show you what that looks like. Speaking of Google, so if I'm a consumer, if I'm looking for plumbing services, Carrollton, Texas, you serve many areas, but I pick Carrollton, Texas, plumbing services, and this is what comes up. So sometimes there's ads here. You can invest in ads if you haven't already. They're hit or miss. Sometimes consumers skip over those. Also, sometimes consumers go to this map pack here. This is with citations. I'll talk more about that in a minute. But first is organics. We feel this is most important to be ranked here. And it's very important to be on the first page of any kind of service you provide or area you provide. So as you scroll down, you can see you're not on the first page. You're close, but you're not on the first page. And you might have heard this saying, a great place to hide a dead body is on page 2 or 3 of Google. People just don't click here to look for more services. So you want to be right in front of the face of consumers. So I'll compare your website to your local competitor's website that is ranking number 1 in organics in your area with plumbing services, and that's Carrollton Plumbing Service. So staying on the keywords and content, so this is a tool we use. It's called Ahrefs, how to do a deep dive in website to give us some analytic numbers. So here's your keywords. So even though your website is nicely laid out with a lot of pictures, links, you're only using 18 keywords. So you want to up your keywords on your website and think about those buyer intent keywords. You know, plumbing services, plumbing repair, any kind of service you provide and all the areas you provide. You want to put those in your website to give you that search volume. So here's the volume here. Obviously, you want to have higher volume. That's more bang for your buck. Like here's a good one, Plumbing Dallas, 450. Definitely keep that one. But you can look at other websites and just take some of those keywords they're using to get closer to outranking them. So here's Carrollton Plumbing Service. You know, nice laid out website here too. You can see they just got some more content on there, some more words that's maybe helping them outrank you, which you do a few things, you could dominate them and outrank them on Google. So again, they're not using a whole more keywords than you. Here's their URL right here, and here's their numbers. They're using only 34 keywords. Now I've seen websites use up to 400, 500, 600 keywords. So you can get creative on your keywords. But you could take some of these that's not on your website that anybody could use that's serving that area. You know, plumber, Carrollton, Texas, plumbers, Carrollton, Texas, with that search volume, just to be more searchable on Google. Like here's a good one, plumbing service. That's almost 6,000 search volume. Now that's a great one to put on your website. So the next second thing I want to talk about is backlinks. So you're doing very well in backlinks, but you know, a backlink is anywhere where you find one website, link it to another website. So these act like an endorsement of your website from others. And Google uses that to build trust in your business by seeing others vouching for you. So think of this as like a popularity contest. Person with the most backlinks wins. But keeping this in mind, not all backlinks are created equal. It's very important to have other plumbing services, HVAC services, you know, heating, air, drain services, websites linking back to you. It doesn't help if a restaurant or a doctor's office, lawyer's office website linking back to you. Just doesn't give you the trust power in Google. So you're doing very well in backlinks. You got over 2,000 backlinks with 53 reference domains. So compare that to your local competitor. We'll go back to him. You're actually dominating him in the backlinks. He only has 710 backlinks with 46 reference domains. But he's still ranking number 1 on Google with plumbing services in Carrollton. So I could do a deeper dive in that, why that's happening. He's having 147 traffic, which is not a lot at all, compared to your 99 traffic. So you're right there with them. You could be on that first page of Google very easily. I would up your keywords here, and also I'll double check your backlinks, make sure they're relevant, so it gives you more trust power in Google to make you more searchable to consumers. And then finally, there's citations. So citations is anywhere where your business name, your number, and your address are shown exactly on your Google business profile. Citations help you rank in this map pack here, which is extremely important for local businesses, since this can generate huge amounts of revenue. Again, here's Carrollton right here. So he's dominating the Carrollton market with plumbing services, but again, he's very beatable. So the goal is to be in the top 3 or 4 here. There's 4 here. Sometimes there's only 3. But much like the pages on 2 and 3, people don't push in Google. People don't push this button to find more services and businesses. So you want to be right in front of the face of consumers. And to do that, citations include directories like Yelp, Angie's List, Expertise, BBB. There's hundreds of others you may have heard of. Also, social media accounts work great here too. The idea is that your brand begins to be found by Google all over the internet. So the larger your online presence is, the more Google trusts you. So once Google sees you more often than these competitors, the more likely it is you can outrank them. So when your content, your backlinks, your citations, when they all come together, you start to outgrow your competitors in all the areas and all the services. And here's what you might be looking at, dominating here, and why that's worth it. So I'm not sure what your margins are now, but I imagine that will generate some pretty decent revenue for you. Also, there's usually many more keywords you could use to generate more and more traffic and leads. So this is what I do. I create this video for you to help you generate those leads online. But if you do find yourself wanting more to continue scaling as far as you want, feel free to reach out. I can help you with that. I could give you some more information, or we could talk about goals. I could do research to find out exactly what could be realistic for your business and what it might take to reach those goals. So again, if you leave me a few lines of feedback, that'll help me out making these videos. Again, I'm Travis Miller with Last Dragon Digital Marketing. Thank you for your time. Thank you for listening. Hope this was helpful. Much luck in your business. Have a great day.